just been nipping around Port. They haven't been able to get within that goal or two, but they've just been nipping around the heels of Adelaide. Got the first few goals, as we know, the Crows, but Port have just at least kept the game interesting from attention.
Final term of Showdown 39 in memory of Philip Walsh, but the Showdown must go on, and Jacobs out of the middle. Bounces it towards the 50. Eddie Betts hit the ball ferociously. Cameron might win this race here. Impey was right there with him. Well done. Did not let him get away. And Cameron in the end did well just to get the handball forward. So it'll be thrown in inside 50. Tackle Impey.
Quick player he is, Cameron, but Impey's quick also. Kept on his tail.
46 clearances to 29. Adelaide really a big advantage there. Douglas, Thompson, he's been responsible for a lot of that, Thompson. He's turned over and a ball up.
11 of them, Bruce. Dangerfield, 12. So they've been both double-figure clearance winners for the Crows. So he's certainly been good in the air, Jacobs. So that combination of Jacobs and in the ground-level play has been exceptional.
Ebert, Betts, well done. Dangerfield. 25 points, by the way, is the biggest comeback ever in a Showdown. So they're going to have to create history today, Port Adelaide, if they are to get up.
Hardigan here, he read it well after the big fly from Ryder. Henderson, Lever stepped inside. Robbie Gray did it really well. So a long kick down inside 50. Fisting away Cleary. Waiting for it, Hartlett's got it now to Boak. So he looks out wide. Westhoff is his target. Martin right there with him. And it's just bounced inside the field of play. It'll come in again.
So we've got to go back to 2000 in round 7 when Adelaide came from 25 points behind Port at three-quarter time. That's the biggest margin deficit at the three-quarter time break for a team to win a Showdown. Port lead the Showdowns 21-17.
Thanks, Richard.
Won 4 of the last 5. Most of the years, though, they've been shared 1 win apiece. Thompson, Knight, Douglas, a couple of good smothers in there. Hartlett was one of them. Lobe. Is that a high tackle? I'm not sure. No, he had his head down. And now it's going to be holding the ball. So Port to get a free kick at half-back.
Put your head down into him.
You heard the ump. So Lobe to Boak. Boak, who kept the team together for a fair while at three-quarter time. Homch releases Boak. Great tackle coming from Walker. The two captains together. Back to Dangerfield.
They're trying to take it on Port Adelaide, but they ran into a brick wall. Eddie Betts. It bounced away. Ooh. It was a perfect kick in the end, out wide as it was, but just bobbled away from Eddie. He's given us one big highlight this afternoon. 1-3 he's kicked. And he'll be disappointed not to have marked that one. So first goal here for Adelaide, and it makes it virtually impossible for Port Adelaide to find a way back into it.
Yes, it always starts at the stoppages. I mean, their clearances have been so good for the Crows. If Port have got any chance of picking up this lead, they're going to have to start really being able to take the ball away from these contested areas and running the ball away, not just quick kicking it.
We saw their intent last time, Lee. They tried to get it through the middle. A couple of good tackles, particularly Walker. That was good. Boat, Broadbent, Young. It all started with Cracker. Now Wines from the point of the square. Defensive edge. Monfries has got a big ball to win here. He couldn't get away. That was brilliant by Laird. Laird, good tackle. And now a high ball. So Adelaide, not only do they hold them up, they win the ball back.
Great call, Baz. That was huge by Laird because that was Port's opportunity to break. He put the first clamp on and then drew the high tackle from Wingard.
Hey.
Henderson short.
Thanks, Hamish.
Hardigan. It's a great buffer they've got when you look at that scoreboard, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Hardigan down the line. Homch.
Holding Adelaide.
So it's against Boak.
It's Jacobs by the look of it. He got poked in the eye or something.
Yeah, so big source.
Patrick.
Blurred for the moment.
Move on. Play on.
So Thompson over 30 disposals. Cracker building it away. So Thompson for the 68th time over 30 as Jacobs trying to collect himself here. Let's have a look, see what happens. Poke on the eye.
Interesting. Still Jacobs. He's got a problem now. I'd say his vision is really blurred, so he's made the decision to go off. Lobie, meantime, winds. Again, the ball not getting far. And mark taken by Brown on his own. Now he's got Smith. They want to move the ball quickly. Martin's on. He's played some important moments of this game, and this might be just about the most important. He runs to the 50, close to the sealer, touched on the line. Right on the line, and how important that Port got up, because it was going to be a monstrous job to come back from there.
Port are getting the numbers back into these Crows forward 50 stoppages, but then the Crows have got one or two defenders just putting the wall across the middle. It's going to be, they only have to run it out, Port, and they just keep running into the Crows' brick wall across the middle.
Can they get it out here? Clearing. Goes as long as he can to Westhoff there. Half out. Winds. Careful kick. Boak is getting to the back. Wingard down low. Handball over the top. Shawls. Back to Monfries. It's missed. Kicked a famous goal in the Showdown. Monfries, he had the best break of the ball of all time, but he misses a chance there.
Ricky Henderson holds it a long time. He's called to go now by the umpire. He won't want to get too close to the line. We saw that from Westhoff in the third term. He just plays the percentages. Good mark, Ebert. Only man with a run at it in the end. Now, here's a long kick of the footy, but this will be just beyond him, I would say. So he might set it up for the tall men to fly. Wingard in front, not the tallest of them. Lever, he read it well. Now this is an important kick. He's done perfectly.
He played the percentages so well, didn't he, and got the good result.
There's a chance for Port with Jacobs off the field, because Jacobs has been really good against Lobie in these ruck contests, but while that eye injury has been tended to, the second option, Jenkins, is in there.
Ryder winds, bursting through to Boak. Boak gets a fair bit on it, but he sprayed it away and misses a lot. It's a good point, Lee. So Jacobs getting patched up. We know Tali has been off the ground for most of the whole of the second half. David Noble down there for the Crows, the head of football.
Brown, long ball. Right at the back. Gains about 20 metres, chopped off by Trengove. Dangerous ball, man in front. Good mark, Ebert it was. Now Stewart, attacking edge of the square. Long ball down in the Schulz direction. Well done, Hardick, and he came with a big fly. Monfries, they're still in here, Port Adelaide. Next kick, oh so important, not quite. Didn't make it to Wingard. Crouch, retreating with a handball. Right, he looks up, and he sees Jenkins.
Gee, that you feel like Port have missed a couple of chances in the last couple of minutes. Just couldn't quite find the target. Monfries, he tried to hit Wingard. It's been good, Jenkins. So Walker's free kick being held up. It's normally a terrific kick, Walker. Very constructive. Keeps it low. That one, he coughs it up. So that's not such a well-planned kick. So Stewart, Port just need to break a line or two. They have got to create here.
9 minutes of play and just one behind each. Boak, he knows what they need. Through the middle very quickly. Ebert. Now Robbie Gray goes with the outside of the boot, but that'll be okay to Homch. Now, can they move it forward? Stewart running hard off half-back. He's done that a bit. Cleary, anything to try and get themselves moving. Need, holds it up. Well done, Adelaide. They've pushed back really hard. This is the Phil Walsh way. He would be proud of what he's seeing. Broadbent, though, long kick, and Ryder marks. On his chest, he's kicked 3. This to be the most influential forward of the game in terms of goals kicked.
Yeah, big forward arc when you ran the centre circle there. See, you just see the spaces, and they can't cover it all. Had to be a precise kick for Ryder to lead into.
His best at the Adelaide Oval is 3. And he's got 3 here. Kicked 10 goals for the season now. And his all-time career best is 4. To do it for a 3rd time and keep Port Adelaide alive. Oh, bad miss.
They never got the options of being able to miss, have they? They've just got to be able to almost score from every opportunity to see if they can put the pressure back onto the Crows and give them. They got ambition at the moment, they got aspirations, but their hope would be quite low.
So right in that back pocket, Young. So Port kick getting inside 50s. Wingard. He's a very straight kick. So does he's got the distance here, Wingard, hasn't he? He can make the distance from here. This is about his range, I reckon, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a confident man, isn't he, Macca? And you can see right now that he stood up in showdowns before. There's still a little bit of time if they're good enough. And I reckon, Macca, he is right on getting it from here.
Yeah, I reckon he's just close enough for him. He's normally so accurate. Gets inside the 50, strikes it well. He's kicked his 3rd goal. It keeps Port Adelaide alive. He's a great young player. I know he's a favourite of a lot of us. His set shots coming in today, Lee, were 18 goals 4.
Yeah.
He is a finisher.
It's a beautiful kick. He handles the pressure. He's got a nice technique. So he's a really consistent kick. Gets his head over the football, makes good contact.
It sort of keeps them alive, doesn't it? I mean, there's enough time for them to win now, isn't there? It's got to be hard. Seen that before in showdowns. Those arms raised.
He got him going in the 3rd quarter, Mac, with a goal. Just see whether he can actually get him a sniff. This centre bounce becomes really critical.
Chad Wingard, 18-7 in 8 showdowns. Can they go forward again? It's less than 4 goals, and Gray, I think, has got a free kick here.
Thank you.
Robbie Gray it is. So they have got the break, albeit not storming out of the middle. They set it up high. Ryder, he's been a target all day, not that time, and then Laird's clearing kick. It's a high ball towards the middle of the ground. Homsch, he watched it bounce. Good tackle, Hartlett, but still the ball got over the top. Walker, important here. Stewart, great tackle. Just got away, and the ball forward from Thompson.
Quickly on to Knight. Knight's been impressive. Kicks to full forward. Cameron can't quite get at it, and Broadbent marks. It's 50, I think. Well, they've got it to the spot they wanted it anyway, so it'll be Broadbent to kick it. So I feel like if Port get the next goal, they're a realistic chance. I mean, it's obvious, I guess.
And then it becomes the Crows who sort of subconsciously think they got the game. They're 5 or 6 goals in front. All of a sudden, the panic can set in, but they need that next goal for that to happen.
Not a great kick by Broadbent. Gee, he was picked out Laird very well, didn't he, the opposing players? A very strange kick, and Laird, such a good season.
Had 50 metres to think about the kick, Bruce, didn't he? And then made a bit of a meal of it. Broadbent went high, trying to make amends. O'Shea, now Stewart, so important to the middle of the ground. Ebert kicks long and just losing his footy. They were so conscious of Wingard. He just fell over at the crucial time, and Brown took a good mark now to Lynch.
It's a poor kick by Ebert. So Smith coughing it up as well. So both teams giving the others opportunity. Port often hear Ken Hinkley talk about playing with courage, taking on the opposition. Their season is finished if they lose today. They won't be coming back. Gray takes a beauty. They've basically got 10 minutes to keep themselves alive in this year. O'Shea to fall forward. Westhoff's in a good spot, and he takes the mark. He hasn't done much today, but he can step up to the plate right now.
It's one of the things that happens in the Crows when they went forward before the ball got turned over. The ball hangs in the air because they're basically kicking it over the top of the zoning defence to forwards behind.
So Westhoff and Ryder miss real gettables, don't they?
So as the break, when you're kicking the ball over the top, then the opposition third zoning player can often get across and get on the end of the long kick, because forwards these days rarely run towards the kicker. So the long kick enables it to be intercepted that much more often.
Henderson thought about going long, and then last moment saw Brown break for him. Jenkins, good mark on top of Stewart. And all of these possessions so valuable now for Adelaide, as well as keeping it out of Port Adelaide's hands. They're running down the clock a little. The ball bounces kindly. Douglas, Thompson, Lynch to make it very hard, but he's offline. So it's 23 points, still under 4 goals, with a tick under 9 minutes to play.
It's a great kick, Hartlett Lee. How courageous can he be here? Well, he's found someone wide. It'll take a while to get there right. Coming back. Well, Monfries went early. O'Shea has to release. Does now to Ebert. Ebert releases to Boak. Will it sit for the skipper? It does. Monfries running hard. Monfries to fall forward. A one-out situation. Gray coming back. Was he held up, Gray? It's a behind.
Didn't get the bounce this time.
He had to go all the way, Monfries, but I guess late in the game, you're fatigued. Ran his 10 metres and decided to deliver the footy instead of really breaking the 50-metre line.
Boak's trying his hardest. 7 touches in this final term. Leads all comers.
Sam Jacobs back on, boys. Really important because Port Adelaide won 5 out of 7 clearances while he was off the ground.
So can they get the next one? Port Adelaide to keep it interesting. Jenkins not quite the mark. Homsch just fumbling around with it. That was well done by Broadbent. Used the boot. Gets the football. Inside 50. Schultz. Free. No free. The umpire says waves them on. And it'll be thrown in inside 50. Port fans don't like it. Was there a case?
The two, they tripped each other, I think. I don't think it was the guy at the back.
Just an occasion.
Yeah, should be penalised, I don't think. Yeah.
Slip of the legs, yep.
Right, a great tap. Young coming back. Awkward looking left foot. Bouncing ball. So important who this ends up with. Good stuff there from Henderson. Quick release from O'Shea. Wingard, great tackle, Cameron, but Wingard released the footy, and then O'Shea, great tackle by Brodie Smith. So 11 inside 50s to 7 in the last quarter. That's the tackle count. Adelaide hanging on well here.
Ryder, not where it needed to go. Straight down Crouch's throat. Eddie, big fly, didn't mark, couldn't bring the ball to ground, and they might be in here. MP got it across to Wingard, then a high, ambitious handball that bounces Boak's way. They are in here, Cleary, and now the footy in the hands of Impey. He has one bounce. Jarman's a famous name in big games in Adelaide. He couldn't get the distance, and McKay just gets the ball over the line.
How defensive does Adelaide go in the coaching box, Lee? Do they?
I think they just play the game at the moment. I don't think you do anything sort of particularly. The scoreboard's not so much the issue yet. They got the lead, but there's still 7 minutes to go. So
Douglas, and so many good midfielders today. He's behind. They've got the numbers here, Adelaide. That's a great mark. Now Betts is on. Can Jenkins keep it in? He can't. The idea was there. Betts was released with a paddock in front of him.
the one thing Port can't do, they can't keep like a spare man back. They've got to take the punt in a bit, and the Crows will try and always float a player back, and Henderson, as much as anyone, will play that role. Getting up in the middle of the ground, the spare player, I reckon, for the Port is what the option should be.
They've had their chances, haven't they? 1-5-2 behinds. Dangerfield inside 50, right on the 50, Paul Stewart mark. So they've just got to go now. There is no time to waste. 6.5 minutes. They're going to need to kick 4 goals. Young swings the ball quickly. Cleary's under it and will go. Monfries is the shorter option. Breaking now is Schulz. Schulz with him, Henderson, and Schulz marked that one on the ground. He has. Very clever. We saw one disallowed in the first half. That time, no worries. So there's 6 minutes or thereabouts left on the clock. He goes short and winds. Still about 70 metres from home. There's no time to waste now. Adelaide players have pushed back. Everyone beyond halfway, so it's a high ball lob. Might be the best option here. And the big ruckman stands up, and Lever and Crouch discuss it and didn't like it.
Well, it's a tough kick. Will he go back and try and kick the drop punt? Most players will try and do the banana left to right. As Lobby got that ability.
He's kicked a goal. Rarely would he have had a more important kick than this one. The margin is 21 points. This to make it 15 points with 5 minutes to play. He goes dead on, and he has kicked it, and it is still alive.
Gee, that is a fantastic effort by a bloke who's kicked 1 goal this year before today, Leo. He's kicked 17 goals in his career. That's massive.
Yeah, not much goal front open. He decided to kick the conventional drop punt, but
they're a chance now, Leo.
Kicked it beautifully. Yeah, now they clearly can't really afford the Crows to kick another goal. They've got to get 3 goals in this last 5 minutes.
So 2 goals, 5 to 2 points. Lobe equals his career high with a spectacular goal. He's been out-rucked today, but they've got 5 goals out of their 2 ruckmen, Ryder and Lobe. This centre clearance, massive. Lobe gets over the top. Crouch. Lobe puts the hands on him. Winds, bullocking, can't get past Dangerfield. But it's a high tackle, and Port will get the clearance.
Huge.
5 minutes, 3 goals. They clearly can't let the Crows score another goal.
Wines gets up, goes forward. Ryder, nearly couldn't quite. Adelaide players everywhere. Lever to right, good kick coming out to Lynch. Adelaide with plenty of numbers around Ryder there a moment ago. Lynch off a step, turn it over.
Bad decision. That's where Lynch has got to hold on to her, kick it down the line. Now it gives Port a chance.
Oh, that's 52. 50. Martin, who we've called many times, has done a lot right today, but not that time, and just so conscious of not letting Port Adelaide get it away quickly, Lee.
Yeah, but it's all because Lynch played the ball on. That's when you have to be aware. Got it out wide. We've got a nice lead. Kick the ball long down the line. We almost wait for our numbers to get on the end of that kick. But the turnover, midfield, 50-metre penalty now, the boat shot.
Well, we talk a lot about captain's goals in football. This is exactly what it means right here. The skipper of Port Adelaide to keep his team well and truly alive. It's less than 2 goals.
He's had a big last quarter, Lee. I think he's had 9 disposals in the last quarter, Boat.
Yep.
10 disposals now.
No, I tell you, it was critical when that patch of the game where Jacobs was off the ground. That was when they were starting to turn around the clearance situations, which the Crows have been so good at all day. But with the makeshift ruckman in there, the Port got a bit of a sniff in there. Now the scoreboard is the pressure point for the Crows.
So massive captain's goal. 10 disposals in the last quarter, 2 second-half goals. Wines was just superb a moment ago in the centre square. They need, again, a centre square clearance, Port. They've got time now. Suddenly there's some real pressure on Adelaide again. Ryder wins the tap. Gray puts the first tackle on. Wines puts the second tackle on. Who's underneath all of that? I'm about to find out. It's Richie Douglas, who's been terrific. There have been so many good players around the fringes here in the hard stuff. Jacobs won it down. Ebert did the roving. Belting the ball forward. Not a good kick. Hardigan getting back. Henderson. Down the line. Strong kick. Cameron waiting. Impey comes across. That's a beautiful mark.
Now this is where you've got to be careful. Keep your composure.
It was huge from Cameron. Now Jenkins, fist on the ball. Well, he missed the ball, Humps in the end. Walker runs into Impey, and Impey held his ground. That time he was slung down, but he didn't have the football. And is he all right? He's slow to get up, is Jarman Impey. Port fans not in love with that action. Gee, that was swat away, wasn't it? 9 points. It's the closest it's been since the start of the second term. They've kicked the last 3 goals, Port Adelaide. They have made it a showdown to remember in the most memorable of circumstances. The ball back towards full forward. Free kick, it had to be for high contact. No whistle. Still Walker. Good recovery, Tringove. He kept going. Maybe unlucky not to get a free kick. Well, not maybe. I think it was high. And it will come up again, this time the right area for Adelaide.
Kick a goal here, the Crows, and they'll win. Well done, Dangerfield. Thompson, Betts, maybe the right bloke. Kicks across the face. Port can get out here. Monfries holds it back, decides to wait, does the right thing probably. Can he find a target? He's kicked to a one-on-one. Westhoff can take a mark. Doesn't quite. Picks it up. Back to Cleary. Port coming hard. Out wide to Lobie. Lobie having a big impact in this last quarter. We know Jacobs was off the ground for a while. Wanting someone to come to him, Lobie. Doesn't want to waste it. Kicks it to half forward. Schulz made a contest. Quick kick away from McKay. Important here. Knight in his second game. Makes a good decision. Releases Thompson.
So cool. The kick though for Walker on the half volley. They might be in here. Homsch used Lobie. That's going to work out okay. It's a high looping handball. Ebert's got the footy. Wanting to move it quickly. Not a great kick. Oh, well done, Westhoff. He stole the football off Brown. And now wins a free kick for high contact. Waste no time. Goes to Ebert. The kick inside 50. Well done, Henderson. Fisting away. Huge ball, this one. Laird came hard. O'Shea the other way. Schulz, he just couldn't release the handball. And they might tie it up 51 metres out from Port Adelaide's goal. It's a 9-point ball game with 1 minute and 45 to play.
Jacobs. Clock stops.
The Crows have got the extra player around the stoppages. Port have got the extra player behind the footy. He has to push forward front of the centre square, I reckon, to make sure he might get the ball in a dangerous area.
Cameron needed a good bounce. Monfries gets a high tackle. It was there. So Monfries. Adelaide have got a... They've got the numbers back. Monfries decides to go long. Schulz couldn't quite get a run at it. Wingard gets down low. Gets it to Hartlett. Hartlett gets it out to Boak. Boak to Gray. Gray hooks it back. Kicks the goal. Big names for Port Adelaide. What a game. Biggest crowd ever at the ground. Phil Walsh's memory. All of that comes down to this. A minute to go. It doesn't get any bigger or better than this if you live in Adelaide.
You don't have to live in Adelaide, Macca. This has just been the most fantastic game of footy. 18 goals to 17. 3-point margin with 1 minute to play. Got the tension, got the competitiveness, got the closeness.
They're great players, Lee. Gray, Wingard and Bokeh and Hartlett.
Found a way through.
Closest it's been since 90 seconds into the game.
This is where the Crows, they put an extra couple behind the ball, because now, once the Crows get possession, they should be able to hold the game out. So
just 3 forwards, Lee. They've only got 3 forwards forward the ball. Adelaide, they've cleared it right out.
So the biggest stoppage of the game. Ryder, he threw it out. No whistle, though. And they might get another opportunity to clear it out again. A little lucky there. It was interesting. Ryder swatting it forward in the end. 56 seconds left on the clock. Adelaide lead by 3 points. Ryder, brilliant. Dangerfield got over the footy. It's still bobbling away. There's still a chance, Port. Wines over the ball. Now Cracker, a little fumble. He gets his kick away.
And Lynch takes the mark. Maybe that was it. Gets it out wide. Betts has got it. The crowd favourite. The two chairmen together, David Koch and Rob Chapman, the two clubs together, as they almost are on the scoreboard. Lobie belts it away. Ebert held up. He's gone for holding the ball. Adelaide are going to win. Phil Walsh's team are going to win. It's the closest showdown ever. Showdown 39. In the closest match in the history of the two clubs, Adelaide win by 3 points. They're in the 8.